Hello everyone, welcome back to Andrina's Creations. As promised, I told you guys that I'll be showing you guys how I make my detachable ruffle socks because I just did a video on the ribbon trim tutu and I had to do the matching socks for them. So this is how they turned out. And look, you just take them off the sock and they're able to wash the sock. And then, use any color socks of your choice. And then the parent could just put the sock over. And you don't only have to do these for a child. Even grown-ups are using these now. This is a new hot trend at the moment that everyone's using them, even teenagers. I recently just did some for a teenager. But I'm going to show you how they are done. You're going to see how easy it is. Even a beginner could do this, all right? So let's get started. All right, for your supplies, you're going to need elastic. You're going to need your ribbon. I'm going to be using 7/8 ribbon because this is going to be for a 1-year-old. You can use 1.5 ribbon. I'm going to use color coordinated thread to match my ribbon. 2 safety pins to run my elastic. And I'm going to use the 6-inch roll of tulle. Now your tulle, you can use whatever color you're using. I usually just use white or black. And then because I'm using white tulle, I'm going to be using white elastic. If you're going to be using your black tulle, get black elastic. And of course, you're going to need your sewing machine and a pair of scissors. And before we continue any further, I want to give a big shout out to Sharli. She's in my crafting group. I want to thank her so much because she has given me so many tips on how to make these ruffle anklets. If you don't follow her yet, go check her out. Her business name is Sugar and Spice Boutique. I'm going to post her link down below in the description box. But check her work out. She does beautiful work. She does embroidery shirts. She does ruffle socks. She does tutus. She does so much. All right. So let's get started. I also want to mention that if you want to do 2 colors on top of each other, you can also do that. Again, the possibilities are endless on however you want to do this. You could do it with glitter ribbon, your girl spray ribbon. It doesn't matter. So you'll see this is 1.5 ribbon and this is 7/8 ribbon. You could literally sew this ribbon on top of here and then you'll see half of blue, half of pink. So you could do this 1.5 and sew glitter right here to have glitter on your socks. If you watch my prior videos on how to make a tutu, this is going to be the same concept. This is just going to be basically like a mini tutu for their feet. And you could combine ribbons. You could do 1 color. You could combine 3 to 4 colors. As you know, today I'll be doing 3 colors to match the tutu that I just uploaded yesterday. All right, so now let's get started. So I will do 4 yards of ribbon. I like mine to be very fluffy. Now you could do less ribbon. You're gonna see how mine is going to turn out at the end. If you don't like so much ribbon like that, if you think it's too much, just do less ribbon. I'm going to post down below the measurements and how much ribbon I use and stuff like that, and the size elastic. So remember, I need 4 yards of ribbon and I'm using 3 colors, so I need to divide that into 3. So all you need to do is do some basic math. If you know 1 yard, it is 36 inches, right? But I need to combine 4 yards divided by 3. Basically, I will need 48 inches between 3 colors. So 48 inches of the pink, 48 inches of the blue, and 48 inches of the purple. And I hope I'm not confusing you guys. Just do your math and you could add or take away whatever you would like. So remember, I need 48 inches of each ribbon. So here I have 2 pieces of blue, because remember you need 2 pieces because it's going to be 1 for each sock. You're going to need 2 pink and 2 purple. And the reason why I picked 1 inch because I don't want it to be so big, because again, this is going to go for a 1-year-old, but you can still use your 1.5 ribbon. Now here's my tulle. You are going to fold your tulle in half. And you're going to have a closed side and you're going to have an open side. On your closed side is where we're going to sew a channel for like a tunnel for your elastic to go through there. And on this side, it's where you're going to sew your ribbon. Now, I want to also give this tip to Sharli. I noticed that in Sharli's socks, you can't see her tulle. So of course I did ask her, and the way she does it is, and I do have permission to share because I did ask, when we make our tutus, we usually sew our ribbon right here, right at the end, and then we do the channel here, and then you are able to see the tulle. I personally love the way that you can't see the tulle. So right where you're gonna sew your channel, right here, have your ribbon right close to your channel, right here. You're gonna have all this extra, and then at the end you're gonna cut it. What I do is I have my daughter sit behind my sewing machine, so while I'm sewing and this is going to the back of the sewing machine, she's behind me and she's cutting all this extra tulle. So when I'm done, I'm only left with this, the channel and the ribbon. You could do this two ways. You could sew right here the channel first and then sew the ribbon, or you can just put your ribbon there and start sewing, and then you only have to sew once, if that makes sense. So whatever you feel comfortable with, you just go ahead and do whatever you choose, but make sure that you leave enough space for the channel. It doesn't matter the sewing machine that you have. You can find inexpensive sewing machines. The sewing machine that I have is a Singer Fashion Matte 5560. As you can see, I have my tension on 4. And I know a lot of people say, Andrina, I don't know how to sew. Is it too complicated? This is going to be your best friend. This is a I think it's called like a guide, like a foot press guide to help you stay straight. So I always sew with this, and I've been teaching my daughter with this and my son. So all you got to do is align your fabric here, and then you're going to sew straight. So you're going to put it, let me use my other hand. So you're going to put this how far of a seam allowance you want this to be. If you don't know how far you need to sew for your elastic, remember your foot press has, well, mine has that red line. That's, I know where the needle starts. So I will line my elastic to my red part here. So I know this needs to be almost over here, and give it a little bit of wiggle room to make sure. So I'm gonna leave it there. So I need to know that my fabric should be aligning here. Now I have the purple thread on the top because I'm gonna start with the purple ribbon, and I have white thread in the bottom. You don't need to do that. I'm just doing it because remember I'm using white tulle, so on the bottom you're gonna be able to see the color. So I'm doing white bobbin and my purple thread, excuse me. The only thing about this is when you're doing so many colors, you're gonna have to stop and change the thread, stop and change the thread. I don't mind that. You can use whatever color thread of your choice if you don't want to stop and change the colors, okay? So you could just do white and sew with white. You can do whatever, like I said. Another thing that I like to do is, if I know that I'm going to put this ribbon on top of here, I like to sew right at the edge of my ribbon, and I hope that's focusing, right at the edge. I don't like to sew in the middle. Just like if you watch my tutu video, I like to sew right here, right there, and then it's kind of like a seamless look. If you feel comfortable doing it in the middle, go ahead, but me personally, I like to do it right here at the edge. You can see right at the edge of the ribbon. That's where I'll be sewing. Okay, as you can see, I have my tulle, and then I have my ribbon on the top. I measured where my elastic is going to go, so I know I have enough space. I also aligned my tulle to my guide. If you don't have a guide and you don't have the money to buy the guide, you could just get some washi tape from Dollar Tree and use a ruler or a measuring tape and put some washi tape right here. Also, your sewing machine should have guides here. And like I said, you could even use a piece of vinyl, use a piece of washi tape to put lines, so you know that you got to stay aligned with that washi tape. I aligned my ribbon on this side because remember, I want to make sure that I'm sewing right here at this edge with the red. I have my tulle aligned to my guide, so I know everything's going to be straight. Always when you start sewing, you need to make sure when you start sewing, you go front and back to lock your stitch. And then also when you finish sewing, you got to lock your stitch. So make sure that this thread, the top thread, it's in the bottom, so when you start sewing doesn't get loose. And again, this is not a sewing tutorial, but I'm trying to explain everything. Don't forget to heat seal the ends of your ribbon so it doesn't unravel. Hold your tulle hold your ribbon and start sewing. Don't forget to backstitch. And make sure this is your tool is aligned here and your ribbon there. Okay, I'm getting almost to the end of my purple, and then you're going to put the other color that you want there, which I'm going to be putting pink. Don't forget to heat seal with a lighter. And then what I like to do is I will just put this either right here in the bottom of the purple, and then I will use a little bit of fabric glue. If you don't have fabric glue, use hot glue, just a little bit to have them both together. And this is the brand of fabric glue that I like to use, Fabric Tech. So then I will just put a little bit here, so a little bit of glue. I will put it under this ribbon, just a little bit to overlap. And then I will finish with the purple thread a little bit over the pink, not so much. And then I will go ahead and switch my top thread from purple to pink. Okay, we're done sewing. So I cut 2 pieces of 5-inch elastic. You're going to put one safety pin on one end, and then the other one in the other end. And all you're going to do is run your elastic through your channel that you did. Once you're done putting all the elastic, make sure nothing is folded, like your elastic is not folded. And then you're just going to sew both ends together of your elastic. You could either use your sewing machine or hand sew it. And make sure you use white thread. Okay, so now we're in my studio. So after you're done fixing sewing the elastic, you're going to adjust all your ruffles, you know, spread them apart, glue the 2 ends, you know, because it's going to be an opening, so glue those together. Remember, these are detachable ruffles, so I do provide the socks as well. I got these little mannequin feet on Amazon. Just check down the description box below, and then I'm gonna put them on because, you know, I always take a picture to post in my social media, and also do like a quick demonstration video for my customers and stuff like that. I have the socks on the mannequins, and like I said, all you will do is place your ruffles over like that. And then you're basically done. You see how easy this was? If you do try them out, feel free to join my crafting group, Andrina's Kreations Crafting Lounge, so I can see all your creations. I would love to see all your work. Also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, Andrina's Kreations. If you wanted to order anything from me, all you had to do is message me through Facebook, Instagram, or if you're not in social media, just email me, andrinascreations@yahoo.com. Also, if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload all my other videos. Please share this video. Like this video, give me a big thumbs up. We are trying to reach 50K by the end of this year, guys. We're almost there. Almost. I say almost, but we're at 37 or 38K at the moment. I really appreciate all the family coming into my channel. I really appreciate you guys, and I'm trying to put more content out there. I decided that every time I work on an order, I'm just gonna record it so I could get these contents out, because I know I just be going MIA for months or weeks, but it's just because I'm so busy. If you didn't watch the video prior to these, I showed you guys how to make the tutu. So this is the tutu that these socks are gonna go with right here. And then the next video that you're going to be seeing is I'll be making the shirts. I gotta make the shirt for the baby, and I gotta make a shirt for the brother and the mom and the dad. But see, they came out super cute, very easy to do. You can use white socks, black socks, whatever socks you would like. And again, when the child dirties the sock, the parent doesn't have to worry about, oh my God, I can't use these ruffles again. All they have to do is take out the ruffles, wash their sock, and use another sock, you know. And that's all they got to do. All right, guys, I hope everyone's having a blessed day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.